There's a lot of talk about the impact of high demand for corn and ethanol on retail fuel prices, but what's the truth of the matter? U.S. corn growers offer some perspective from the field. What we Americans don't often appreciate is that despite rising prices, food in the United States remains affordable. Americans spend just 10% of their disposable income on food expenses, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. This is vastly different than what other countries face. Families in some countries, such as India, often spend half their budget on food. Even more developed countries, such as those in Europe, see families spend more than twice what U.S. consumers spend on food costs. Further, the amount Americans have been spending on food over the years as a percentage of our income has decreased significantly. Food price inflation is generally stable, the government reports. Over the years, with a few exceptions, food prices have followed or slightly trailed overall inflation. Recently, the USDA projected marginal increases in retail prices due to higher energy and other costs, but estimated that after 2009, retail food prices will increase at less than the general rate of inflation. Growers point out prices at the farm gate are a small part of the picture. Corn is an inexpensive food ingredient. If corn rises to $6 per bushel from its 2007 average price of $4 per bushel, that represents only a per-pound price increase of about 3.5 cents. Even a standard box of corn flakes contains approximately 10 ounces of corn, less than a dime's worth. And while corn is an ingredient for meat, dairy, and egg production, it still represents a relatively small share of these products from a retail price perspective. The USDA reports that higher corn prices pass through to retail prices at a rate less than 10% of the corn price change. Many cost factors contribute to retail food prices. According to the USDA, labor costs account for 38 cents of every dollar a consumer spends on food. Packaging, transportation, energy, advertising, and profits account for another 24 cents. Just 19 cents of every consumer dollar can be attributed to the actual cost of food inputs like corn. What's of more concern to growers and consumers alike? The high cost of oil. In the past 10 years or so, when the price of corn has about doubled, the cost of a barrel of oil has increased sixfold, making each trip to the gas station that much more painful. We need to find a workable solution to our dependence on imported oil, and corn ethanol is a step in the right direction.